Hi, we're taking the nets off the winter brassicas today, and it's one of my most hated jobs because I always know we're going to find some horrible mess in there, and there's already some kind of indications that I saw a couple of days ago when I was doing the harvest that we've got probably some cabbage aphid in there and probably something else as well. I don't know what. The trouble is with nets, you can never tell really what's going on underneath them, and especially with big nets like the ones that we have over the big winter brassica bed. You know, it's just not practical to keep taking the nets on and off every week to check on them, you know, otherwise you're just getting pests in anyway underneath the nets when you do that. So we just leave them for as long as we dare and then take them off and deal with the consequences. So I thought you might like to follow along on one of the worst jobs of the year. So Debbie and I have just taken the nets off these brassicas, and I thought I'd just show you kind of what we've found. Some remedial action definitely required. Well, there's some lovely calabrese heads, and in fact these calabrese look really good. Nice side shoots coming on that one after I took the head off. We definitely leave them in for the side shoots. We get an incredible, normally anyway, an incredible crop of side shoots. Another one here, but this is really the challenge that we found. Lots and lots of cabbage aphids. So basically on leaves like that are kind of quite badly infected, that are no use to the plant, we'll take those leaves off. Some of these cabbages are fine, they're looking really great. Some of these cauliflowers looking really nice. More cabbages looking okay. But where you see this, the kind of cabbage leaves curling on in an unnatural kind of fashion, there's probably something wrong. Can't quite see what it is there, but lots and lots of cabbage aphid on that leaf, so that leaf is definitely coming out. This this sprout is looking really sick, so that's going to come out. Loads of cabbage aphid on its leaves. These two red cabbages, horrible cabbage aphid everywhere. Same on these two, that one and that one, so those are coming out. And this is not a big disaster because we've got lots and lots of spare brassica plants, and there's enough space in here and enough light for them, new plants, to probably get established because we've taken the nets off this early. If we'd left it until the end of July, there probably just wouldn't be time. So again, two cabbages here, not good, but sprouts looking really nice. Colettes over there looking good. Again, two cabbages. It seems to be the cabbages that have been the worst affected, really messed up. Again, horrible, 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 horrible. So the Sutherland kale, that needs a good tidy up. Obviously we're not harvesting any of this until winter time. Why they really recommend you sowing it at this time, I don't know, but I'd try it. First time for me, so I thought I'd give it a try. Again, some nice calabrese side shoots coming on here. Colettes are looking lovely. There are a few colette leaves that have got cabbage aphid. Again, at this point I'll probably just take the whole leaf off. Calabrese coming okay. Calabrese nice side shoots. Colettes again looking fantastic. Another nice calabrese. This cabbage is fine, so I'm not sure whether it's a variety thing. I've kind of got my red drumhead and red fugo mixed up, and so I can't be sure which ones are which variety, but anyway, pays to diversify. And then another red cabbage looking horrible. The leeks are kind of okay, some of them are fine, so provided I kind of make space for them a bit, they'll be okay. I'm not actually sure what this plant is. It's certainly not a Calabrese, and it's not a Colette, and it's not a sprout, so it looks a bit like a cauliflower, but I'm not sure how I got a cauliflower in here. But anyway, so in general, this is what it's always like when we take the nets off. There's always some horrible mess underneath that needs remedial action, but in general it's looking pretty good. This is our winter veg supply, so it's quite an important bed. We're going to leave the nets off from now on and control any other aphids with neem oil and soap, and caterpillars with BT. So I'm going to get on, clear up and spray what's left. So clearing up is a relatively quick job. There's still a reasonable amount of plants in there, and yeah, it could have been worse. And I've cleared up the leeks now so that they've got a bit of space. When I've got more time I'll do a bit better clean up job, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. And as I said, I've opened up some nice spaces for new planting. So it's not practical for me to spray everything today, so I'm just spraying with neem oil and soap the growing tips of the plants, because they're kind of just the most sensitive parts really. And there ends probably my most hated job on the allotment, clearing up old dead, horribly slimy cabbage aphid infested leaves. Absolutely awful. And I've just been going round spraying with the neem oil. Just found, you know, a few more leaves. These are the good ones. Absolutely vile, but job done. And this is what I'm quite pleased to find, you know, like quite big areas like this opened up. So winter cauliflowers, I think, probably, and maybe some red sprouts will go in here. And it's interesting to note, isn't it? Well, it's interesting to me that this part of the bed was really badly infected, and that part of the bed was hardly infested at all. Now obviously there's different plants, so down here it's mainly colettes, and down here it's mainly sprouts. But what's also interesting is that that was last year's brassica bed, and we did have some cabbage aphid on there, but obviously this side, which was close to that side, hardly got touched, and that side over there had no cabbage aphid at all. That was garlic and broad beans, so it just shows you. But God, I just so thankful that nature decides to give each individual plant its own pest, because there is so much cabbage aphid around now, you know, in the air, on the paths, on my clothes. I'd be just cross-contaminating everything. So, you know, thank goodness the squash and the sweet corn and the beetroot don't suffer from cabbage aphid. So, you probably didn't like that video very much, I certainly didn't, but anyway, I think it was interesting. How do you deal with cabbage aphid? I'd really like to know. You know, I'm not much of an expert in gardening. I've only been gardening for a few years, and so problems like this, they don't take me by surprise. I kind of do anticipate them, but I don't exactly know what to do about them, and so yeah, any advice would be welcome. And yeah, so what's our general strategy for coping with things like this? Well, it's diversification and spares. So critical crops to us, we try to grow in several different locations. They won't all get the same problem, might get different problems, but we won't all get the same problem. And we try to have spares. And so right now I've got quite a lot of winter cabbages and winter cauliflowers and spring purple sprouting broccoli. So quite a nice choice of plants to put in the place of those that I've just had to take out. And I'm going to leave it for maybe a week, 10 days, something like that. I don't know how long it takes for cabbage aphid to die, but there's a lot of cabbage aphid on the ground. I will spray the ground and the plants probably tomorrow, if I can be bothered to do it, with another neem oil and washing up liquid mix, and just sort of hope for the best. So I'm cycling home now. Hopefully most of the cabbage aphid will blow off me on the way home. It's certainly quite windy, and I'm going to have a nice shower. I'll see you soon.